Good evening and welcome to Formula Pi Challenge Round 2, Part 2 tonight. We are finishing off with the remaining 9 contestants that are left to run tonight. We ran 10 last night in our feed. Mixed bag of results, I think. Swinder's definitely coming off best out of the pack, securing 10 points and I think solidifying his place at the top of the Formula Pi leaderboard for the minute. And tonight we've got a few people who could challenge to get closer to Swinder's and really push him at the top of the leaderboard, so it'll be exciting to see how everyone gets on. The robots are in the same position as last night, so everybody gets the same set of robots in the same positions. The idea of tonight is that the 2 robots you see lined up at the start line are going to try and avoid the static robots that are parked at strategic points on the track, and fastest person round, the person to get to 4 laps wins 10 points.
First.
The next person to get to 4 laps gets 5 points. Anything below that gets 0 points. It's like Eurovision, you get nothing. Sorry.
But those 4 laps have to occur within 3 minutes.
Thank you, Tim Freeburn, who's joined me tonight on the other microphone on the other side of the office. My name's Claire Pollard. I'm at the Tufty on Twitter if you want to follow me. We are at Formula Pi _ on Twitter. Follow us there. Check out our website, formulapi.com. Any questions that you have, technical questions or complaints or compliments, please pass them on to info@formulapi.com and we will be happy to try and accommodate you as best we can. So, we shall crack on with the racing, and I will introduce the first 2 robots that are lined up on the track tonight. I dropped my pen at the same time. Spinview seems to be taking a while to load up tonight. It's obviously had a very lazy Thursday. But here we are, on the spin view now to introduce the first race team that's coming up. Team Lamillo from Sedgefield in the UK. Dads do a fair bit of coding, kids do Python at school. I highly approve of that. Any sort of programming at school is good by me. I missed out on this, being a horrible millennial that everyone's blaming for the world's problems. I didn't do any programming really at school, so I'm jealous that your kids are doing that. But they're doing really well so far. 12th overall in the series at the moment, looking to improve tonight and do some really, really good racing. And next up, we have team number 101, Dino2 from Nantes in France. List their coding experiences between low and average, but clearly doing much better than they give themselves credit for, sitting 8th in the leaderboard at the moment, with some good results from the racing, and looking to improve tonight and go further than they did last time. Both new competitors to Formula Pi in this heat. They are new people to the series. We've not had them racing before, so this is the first outing for them, and that's your first 2 robots as we zoom back out from the spin view and back to the track seamlessly, beautifully. And Tim's giving me the thumb from the other side of the office, so we are good to go.
Are you giving me the thumb?
I'm giving you the thumb back now.
Okay,
I don't know what the protocol is. It's not written down in the rules.
Yeah. Okay.
So freestyle.
Start the light sequence, please.
He's like the Richard O'Brien of the team, as I think it was Swinders pointed out last night. So there we go, green, red, green and they're away, both get away, both dive for the inside and collide with each other, but it's meant that Team Lamillo have got round the first robot, but they've collided with the second. Now Dino2 are underway. Quite an oscillating pattern there around the first corner, but going into the hairpins there nicely, and hitting into one of the robots. Are they going to reverse out of that? Can they actually see the robot with the position of the camera there? Is it wide enough from where they are? I'm not sure. Everything's a bit quiet out there with these 2 robots scuttling around the floor. Swinder says no programming at school equals Fortran. No, I actually didn't do Fortran at school. I didn't write a single line of Fortran until I was into my late 20s, which wasn't that long ago. And yeah, I did Fortran then. It's my language, for those that don't know. That is what I code in every day. I'm a bit different, I'm a bit alternative, a bit hipster. I've got lots of plaid and a handlebar moustache. So here we go, Lamillo is away now, getting away from their stuck position, completing their first lap in just under a minute. So, or is that the first lap? The counter has not been changed.
I believe they went backwards and then went back around.
Did they? Okay, so they haven't completed the first lap yet. They've gone backwards and then forwards. And so I'm getting mixed up with who's been where. I thought that was a complete lap though. I think we were watching Dino2 to see how they get on. Let's see if they can get around the last corner, because this probably will be a complete first lap. I'm assuming. Making a bit of a re-evaluation there. Coming close into the line. That is 1 lap for Dino2. Excellent. So Dino2 have slipped into the lead there with their first lap completed. Look like they're going a little bit faster now. I think the robots have been pushed off the main line. Dino2 just colliding there with the Trollbot on the corner. of the inside line there. That is pretty... It's just horrible to hit that there. You've put them in really awkward positions this week. Well done, Tim.
Well, they're in maximum troll position.
Maximum troll position, 100% troll mode achieved. It seems like Team Lamillo is performing the snowplow approach, just pushing everyone off the line, which leaves Dino 2 to just trot round and do their laps. They've got a minute left. Definitely possible to get the 4 laps in here for Dino 2, which will see them leapfrog up the leaderboard for sure. I think they're going for 3rd lap. I think all the robots have been pushed off the line now, so that's left them a nice free and open track to get round. Wow, there we go. So this should be number 4. If they can get through these last 2 robots that haven't actually been moved, the only 2 that haven't been moved, and there we go, through they go. This looks like it's, a bit of a stop there. Ooh. But that's nailed on for Dino 2 there. Now 10 points for Dino 2. Great start to this evening's proceedings. Team Lamillo seems to have stopped. Ooh, just a little cough there, splutter. Seem to have stopped there and got their wheels caught on another robot. I can see them spinning, but not going anywhere, which looks like this could be it for Team Lamillo. That is 5 laps now for Dino 2. They've clocked up. They're doing really well. It doesn't count though. No. The counter stopped at 4. We can only count to 4. Space 4 this evening. That's what we're operating in. And that's it. Race over. So Dino 2 securing 10 points there with a beautiful performance of 4 points. Lovely little spinning round on the end there. Don't know if that's intentional or not. And would appreciate that. Is the robot going back to him? Oh, a little dodge there. Almost got him. Almost confused him. Well done, Dino 2. Congrats for that. That is a really good run from you guys. Let's go back to my spin view to get the next set of robots up. I have a little thing which I need to edit. I just need to tap them there away. As Aaron resets the robots, he's put 2 robots down there. He's switching them on for their 2 minutes boot up. So now I will take the opportunity to introduce you to the next 2 robots. We have I-12 Racing from San Francisco, USA, currently sitting 10th in the leaderboard. Seems to remember they had a really good start to their race, but then it sort of tailed off after that and didn't go much further than that, but looking good. Again, another new competitor this year, no previous form for them. So 10th is sort of mid-table at the moment, so hopefully they'll be able to improve tonight. Everyone's fairly close after the racing, not a lot of points in it, so really opportunity for them to jump up here if they can put in 4 laps. So good luck, I-12 Racing. And on the outside lane with a green light underneath their robot, it is Farstar from Toronto in Canada. Didn't start last time, had a stop, didn't move anywhere, so hopefully this time they'll be able to get away and do better than last time. Currently sitting 18th in the leaderboard. Looking to improve, but like I said, it's pretty close on points at the moment, so really it's anyone's for the taking, and hopefully Farstar and I-12 will have a good round here and we'll see how they get on. It's exciting to see. So this is America versus Canada. This is the North American playoff. No Mexico though. We've got a Mexican entering, have we? No. Fully on the North American continent. Next year.
If you're listening.
Sorry?
If you're listening.
In Mexico, if you're listening.
Please enter.
Please, join us. So, Dino 2, great work on the previous heat, 10 points there. That is not... There goes the green light. There's a little bit of a panic there. It was yellow for a long time, then it went green, so that means that both robots have at least booted and done the registration sequence. We look for the red and green lights to kick off the sequence underneath the robots, and once we see that they've gone the colours that we programmed them, we know that they're good to go. We give them 2 minutes to boot up all their code, and I'm assuming we're just waiting for Aaron to give you the all clear.
Yeah, we just
through the earpiece.
We
of
wait
joy.
for the whole 2 minutes. To be honest, we don't necessarily need to, but it just gives if you've got some special code running, it gives you time for that code to boot up and run correctly.
Yeah, I know that some competitors are running things other than Python.
Exactly.
Some people are running Java. Yeah. So we give extra time just because it's polite.
Yeah.
If you're running something specialist or different,
probably slightly excessive, but
it gives me a chance to
on
panic commentate as well and practice padding furiously. I saw today, just incidentally as a side note, seeing as we're waiting, Mike Horn at Racantha on Twitter, the lovely Mike Horn, and Geek Tim Richardson, who run the CamJam Pi Jams, have posted a blog on this year's Pi Wars and what's going to be in it and how it's going to run. Head over to piwars.org and check out the blog. I saw it go by on Twitter today. I didn't have a chance to retweet it because I was busy at work. Sorry, Mike, but I will later on. So if anybody's following, we'll give that a retweet. We are going to be going to Pi Wars. We will be there. So yeah, come and see us. Come and bother us. We'd love to see you. Yeah, go and check out the blog, piwars.org. I think tickets are still available to come and spectate if you want to come and watch. So definitely check them out. It's well worth it. It's a great weekend out. Yeah, highly recommended. I'm getting the thumb from Tim now, which means that we are good to go. So please, yes, release the robots.
Okay, start light sequence, please.
Release the hounds, please. I want to chase everyone around the room. So we'll go green, red, green again, and then the robots will go away, and hopefully avoid that first robot that's sitting there carelessly into straight. Oh, that is, I think I-12 piled into the back of it. Farstar is a little bit confused, but now piling a three-way crash into that troll bot there. We can see the little black marks that it's put on the floor to indicate where the bots need to go back to. Oh, that is Farstar spinning around and going back again, and it looks like I-12 are stuck on the back of that robot. The wheels are spinning, but they're not getting anywhere. That is I-12. Oh, I thought they were going to launch themselves into the gravel then. Oh, dearie me, that was close. I just saw them lift two wheels off there into the gravel. We have seen somebody launch themselves into the gravel before. One through the elbow of the Haler Goodalls, who are coming up in the next heat, and the other one all by themselves, which was quite a sight to behold. That is going to be a lovely repair job for you, Tim Freeburn. That is really flipping hard now. But I-12 Racing have managed to get a lap in. Brilliant. We've got one in now, so I-12 are going to do really well. Dino2 saying the last full lap was not counted, that's 5 not 4. Yes, we stopped the counter at 4 now, because 4 is all you need to get points. It's the first 4 laps. So while you did complete 5 laps, and that's awesome, it doesn't get you any more points, and it doesn't win you anything. Prizes. There we go. From the Team Freeburn. So there you go, you've got the points. This Winters is explaining the same in the chat. No one's on board. So come and join us in the chat if you're watching on YouTube, if you're tuning in, and ask questions. Anything you want to know. What you've been today. Oh, here we go. I-12 off again. Oh, piled into the back of the next troll bot. We're doing well to clear the line, making some quite heavy work for Aaron when he has to reset the robots. So that is it's going to leave him a lot of work. Also, Farstar doing the head-banging dance there next to the Formula Pi sign, having a little rave in the corner on their own, a little light. It's good. But, yeah, it's good for me. I like seeing Tim's face when he knows that you have to repair a robot. Will a wheel fall off? Are the wheels tight this year?
Certainly all tight, but you never know.
Certainly all tight. Who knows? We did lose a couple of wheels in the first season.
We did. It was probably due to me not tightening them up properly. Yeah.
The names your big burly man ones.
I do them slightly tighter now. So, yeah.
You've only threaded a few plastics, right?
I did thread a couple.
They're too tight. It's too tight. Needs to slacken that off. So this is it. Counting down the last 5 seconds here now. Getting down to the bottom, and that is kind of fried for Farstar and I-12 Racing. Only one lap for I-12 Racing before they got stuck on that goal bot. Now Aaron is going to retrieve the robots. Whilst he resets the track, I am going to get the sponsors video out of the way. Let's drag that here. So without our lovely Kickstarter backers from the first round of Kickstarters and our lovely sponsors, we wouldn't be able to do this because we do it for fun. We volunteered for this. We love it. That's why we do it. First up, electromaker.io. Hardware hacking community, go and share your hacks with them, go and see the wonderful things they've got on their website. They're a really fabulous new group. Next up, Pimeroni from Sheffield on Sea, the lovely Pimeroni. We love them so much. Go and check out their pretty add-on boards for the Raspberry Pi. They are beautiful. I've got a Bearables I need to play with this weekend. I'm very much looking forward to it. Self-driving track days, big autonomous track days with real-size cars. They can come and do events for you, so go and check them out. IQ Audio taking part in Formula Pi for the second series running. They do lovely audio amps and DACs and hats and all sorts of things for the Raspberry Pi. Go and check them out. ITI, the lovely company that I program for, go and check them out as well. CADFix is the product that does all your data translation when it comes to CAD and migration and repair and meshing and all sorts of things. So if you're interested in CAD and engineering, go and check them out. POSIX, accurate indoor GPS system for the Raspberry Pi, Arduino, or any add-on board you care to think about. We use them in the faster robots that you'll see later on in the series. Hot Packers, Brewing Collective from Canterbury, Hannah and Tristan, lovely brew days. Go and check them out on their Facebook page. Hopefully we'll come down to see you soon, or you'll come up to see us, one of two. Mod My Pie, we caught up with a lovely Jacob today, or Tim did. Took him to the pub for lunch, so they're lovely. Go and check out their shop and buy lots of things from them, please. Thank you. And finally, if you want to sponsor Formula Pi, please email us at info@formulapi.com. Also, if you've got any questions, or you want to take part, or you just want to say hello and check how the day is, then please feel free to. It's been you. Yes. I was going to say something else, but you stopped me now. Right.
No, sorry.
It's all right. No. Save it for later. So, added some spin view, there we go. And we'll get on with the next pair of racers. So, first up, we have, in the outside lane with the red light under the robot, the Halo Goodalls from Surrey in the UK. They are Formula Pi veterans now with 2 seasons under the belt, making the final both years running, coming 5th in the first year, 3rd in the second year, looking to repeat the performance this year. Currently sitting 4th, so doing very, very well. And yeah, can say only lovely things about the Halo Goodalls. They've been absolutely fabulous competitors and we love them on track. Their lids are beautiful as well. That lid, you can't tell from the picture, but that's 3D printed, so it's properly 3D printed and it's brilliant. I love it. It looks so good. I'll try and take a photo and post it. Next up, Chitty Chitty Pie Pie, the lovely team from Electromaker.io, one of our sponsors. They're from Poole in the UK, and I'm pretty sure they named their robot so that I would only swear the whole time. I love their top as well. It's really cool with a little Lego Joker. I don't know if that's saying anything about their coding strategy, whether they are the jokers of the pack. But so far they've been doing really well. They're sitting 14th. So hopefully room to improve tonight and they'll get on well with the avoidance challenge. Tim. Wow, thumb up already. Wow, that's flown by this time round. Right, yes, please release the robots.
Okay, start light sequence, please.
So as before, green, red, green, and then they'll be away. So let's see if both robots can get away. Halo Goodalls on the left there with the red light, and Chitty Chitty Pie Pie with the green light on the right. Ooh, Chitty Chitty Pie Pie doing a 180 J-turn and then back to the start. Halo Goodalls just skipping over the first troll bot, operating at a slightly slower speed, which some of the competitors have taken to be the technique, so that they can focus on the image processing and focus on removing the objects from the line. But this doesn't appear to be going well for Halo Goodalls or Chitty Chitty Pie Pie. Now the Halo Goodalls are making their way round tentatively, almost made a big enough move there to get round. Let's see if they can get past the control bot on the second time. There they are. Oh, that is close to that barrier. But they're making the moves around the first set of robots, and it looks like they're coming in for a lap here. Now Chitty Chitty Pie Pie have released their speed and are catching the Halo Goodalls up. Although I think they might have crashed, because now they're not coming around that corner. The Halo Goodalls are just tentatively creeping around the track, looking for obstacles by the looks of it, and making their way around. I think they're going to complete their 4 laps here. Just hitting that robot again, but reversing, making an adjustment and going around it. It seems to be working really well. Chitty Chitty Pie Pie having a bit of trouble there with the troll bot on the first straight, and here come the Halo Goodalls just creeping around the headbanger corner into the first straight. Here they come around for the second lap. Ooh, will they collide with the Chitty Chitty Pie Pie team who are at the end of the first straight, or not? Will they stay out of the way? Ooh, I thought they were going to then. Ooh, that was close. They were making a move then to reverse. So I can see Jamie's in the chat from the IT Guy team, and on Twitter the preview he gave to his avoidance code was phenomenal. It looked really, really good, recognising what was a car and what wasn't a car and trying to make avoidance based on that. And Jamie says it got a bit confused with things that it thought were cars, and V2 will hopefully be ready for next week. So released on racing. That's bold. Ooh. But that I'm looking forward to seeing that work, because it looked brilliant. So go and follow him at Being a Taco on Twitter. Halo Goodalls getting 3 laps here, just very slowly catching monkey, but that's the strategy that works. So let's see if Chitty Chitty Pie Pie team can put in a second lap here. They now seem to release themselves from that robot. Halo Goodall's using a strategy of going up to the robot, detecting it, reversing, and then turning, which is avoidance. That's exactly what we're looking for. It's that recognition that, I've hit something, can't move anywhere. Maybe if I reverse for a little bit, turn left, and see how I go from there, is a great strategy. See, it's working fine. It's working really well. And so here come the Halo Goodalls to cross the line with 20 seconds to spare, completing their 4th lap, and that is 10 points for the Halo Goodalls. Cheesy Pie Pie are going to have to put in a flying lap here now to get the four laps that they need for 10 points. I'm not sure they're going to do it. I can see they're making slight moves to avoid, but it's not quite aggressive enough on the turning, I think. But there we go, that was an avoidance. So reversing, turning, and then getting on. But hitting the back of the robot, I think this is it. Yeah, race over. So that is a Halo Goodalls with 4 laps, securing 10 points for their team, which will push them up the leaderboard pretty close to Swinders, I would reckon, from memory. If I can remember the points between the teams. I'm putting more paperwork everywhere. Yes, good stuff. Okay, so now on to the 4th heat. Whilst Aaron is resetting stuff, I suppose I could take this opportunity to have a good chat. Got a few minutes?
Yeah.
Have we?
Yeah.
Tim Freeburn.
Well, SSL certificates.
I was hoping you might bring that up.
It seemed to go down today, and that was an interesting one. I did not realise that I'd bought a 1-year Komodo certificate, not a 3-year one. But anyway, to renew them, apparently you have to kill the old certificate first before you can generate, and then you send off that certificate and get a new one. The problem with that is it's a sort of a manual lengthy sequence, which means your website is not secure for, well, the hour or however many hours it takes for people to respond and send you back information. So that was rather disappointing to me.
I have
anyway.
I have a server that does it, like server host that does that for me.
Yeah.
They just whip the old one down and put the new one up for me. All by
Is that with the free?
Yes, it's with a Let's Encrypt.
Let's Encrypt.
Free one.
That also automatically renews, doesn't it?
Yes. Every 3 months or so, I get a new one.
Yeah. So the only problem with that is, what is the problem with that? Well, there's probably something, but maybe we'll do that next time. Anyway,
I can recommend that as a
Have you done SpinView?
I haven't, no.
Yeah, maybe we should do that.
The reason I was pausing for a bit of a chat is there's something important that I wanted to talk about.
Oh.
The reason is I was asking how we're doing. Today is Time to Talk Day, which is once a year. It's a really important day, so you can ask people how they're doing. Are you alright? What's going on? It's important, and everyone should do it. Just go and sit down with somebody, get a cup of tea, ask them how they're really doing. It's important for your mental health, and it's important to make sure that we are aware of how people are feeling, whether they're struggling, because people don't offer that up. They don't talk about it, and it can cause more damage than good. So that's my little, soapboxy bit of just generally go and ask someone how they are, how they're doing. And
sorry, I thought that was a cue for me to talk, but
I asked you how it was.
Oh, I see.
And you offered obviously that information.
Oh, apologies, everyone.
No, that's fine. It's a legitimate answer. So that is my little soapbox. Check out timetochange.org. Also Mind, the UK mental health charity. Well worth supporting their cause and something quite close to my heart. So please check them out. And in the chat, ask each other how you are whilst we're doing the next bit. So SpinView, back to the racing. I've lost my links now. Right, next up, we have 2 racers, 1 newbie to Formula Pi and 1 veterans. But first up, we have Wacky Racer from Saint-Ouen in France, currently sitting 16th in the leaderboard. Like I said, points are fairly close at the bottom, so really it's not representative of how their racing has been so far. They're a beginner in Python and Raspberry Pi, and they have an amazing lid with Muttley from Wacky Races, and it's just brilliant. I love a good pun, and this is pretty good. We've got a couple of good puns this year. This is one of them. It's a very pretty lid, and they've done very well so far, so good luck to them. And next up, we have Lambda P Racing, Formula Pi champions from last year. ran their code in Java last year, so they were one of the only competitors to run different code base to Python. And they were really good last year. It was very close between them and the IT guy for who would take the win. But Lambda P just squeezed the win at the last round. Done really, really well. This year sitting 6th in the series. So room to improve tonight, room to jump up the leaderboard, especially with some of the teams above them not completing the 4 laps last night. So this could be a complete mix-up. We'll see how they get on. Both teams are ready, so please, Tim, if you would release the robots.
Okay, start light sequence, please.
So this is it. We'll go green, red, green, and we've got the Wacker Racer team on the left with the red light and Lambda P on the right with the green light. We're off. Somebody took a spin, Lambda P knocked into the robot, but we'll go back at them, and then Wacky Racers are just smacking into that first pole ball. Putting that on the mid lane is really mean, Tim, because that's where everyone dives for.
Well, that was the idea, to put it in the worst position possible.
Just saying the rules cause chaos.
Yep.
Exactly what you're going. So this looks like Wacky Racer have got through. Lambda P now have got through as well, and have got around the first corner. Wacky Racer getting stuck on the wall. Lambda P seem to have a very, very quick avoidance there. It's like bang, void, go, and it's like a proper, really fast. So let's hope see if they. That was close. Ooh, just glancing blow around that last robot. So here they come around completing the first lap. Slightly sinusoidal movement there as they come down the first straight, but hitting the robot, reversing, and then avoiding. Again glancing that robot. Are they aiming for the robots? I think they might be. Pretty close. Ooh, very, very close. But avoiding really well here. I think they're going to clock up their 4 laps with no trouble, which will really put things tight at the top of the leaderboard between Swinders, the Halo Goodalls, and Lambda P, who've all completed, well, I say all completed. The Halo Goodalls and Swinders both completed their 10 laps successfully. They've gone to the back of Wacky Racer now. Really struggling there, turning right, but there's not a big gap there, so they're thinking about which way to go. They're going backwards now. Oh no, I think the robot's got a bit confused. There we go, 180 J-turn, and we're back in the action. Let's see how they do. The Wacky Racer team just knocking into them there, causing a little bit of trouble as they are now stuck on each other. Can they release? There we go, they've released, and Lambda P are off again. So 1 minute left to complete 2 laps. This could be a very, very tight one. They get so close to that outside robot. They're so close. See how they do. Round that robot nicely. See if they can hit this one or avoid it. Hit it. But they've avoided. So it's nice. It's really obvious turning. I think Wacky Racer are struggling here to get around the robots and stuck. Lambda P look like they're going to complete the lap here to get 4 laps. That's it. They're done.
Brilliant.
So that is their 10 laps done with 40 seconds to go. Can Wacky Racer get in at least 1 lap just to save some face here as we go into the end of this round? They look like they're stuck and they're just spinning their wheels. Lambda P now coming around to complete the extra bonus 5th lap. No extra points for extra laps here, but that's it. They've got a 5th lap in now. Their avoidance is very good. It is very good. Lovely.
That's good quality.
Are they still on? Are they doing this on the Python code base or the Java code base?
You'd have to ask Aaron. I haven't actually seen their code at all.
Can you, when this is finished, radio up to Aaron and ask him?
I can.
You've got the power of the microphone. You could talk to him. We're done now. So that is Lambda P with 4 laps getting 10 points. That'll push themselves up the leaderboard. Really solid driving and avoidance there from Lambda P. That was great stuff. Tim, ask Aaron the question.
Is Lambda P running on Java?
So he's picking up 2 robots. He won't be able to use the radio right now. Oh, there he goes to collect his thing.
Aaron said he believes he is this round, so yes.
Oh, so that was a Java round then. Lovely, very nice. I'm very impressed. This is hard in the first place for everyone to compete because it's not easy doing image recognition and things at speed. But Lambda P now using a full Java library there to do all of their avoidance. Thomas E's in the chat. He's back to Java. Fabulous work. It was a great run from you. Well done. Really lovely avoidance. Very nice. Right, so we'll move on to the final competitor tonight. Just the one in this heat. to round off tonight's proceedings, it is Formula Pi veterans Rasparas del Infierno, who are from Madrid in Spain. They've got over 10 years coding experience for each member of the team. They did third in the first series and they got fifth in the second series, currently sitting 17th. I think it's been a bit of a difficult start. They had a reset, I believe, in the racing. I think they were stuck from memory, so that didn't go so well for them. But not representative of how well they've performed in the last few races. So hopefully for tonight, the Rasparas del Infierno team will get a wiggle on and get going really well. Can I hear your phone vibrating next to the old microphone there?
My phone vibrating?
I heard a...
No.
Oh, no, it's my phone. Apologies.
It's your phone. That's probably why.
Dreadful. Who has their phones on? And the final robot tonight is a house robot, which is why I'm not saying too much about it. That will just have the basic Python library that would provide all competitors with at the start of the series. No modifications to that at all, just does as it's told.
No, I don't think it has avoidance at all.
Doesn't have avoidance. Think of this as being just a giant monster truck ploughing through everything it sees. You should put a little snow plough on the front of it. You just plough everything out of the way. It would be appropriate.
Did we have a ploughborg? I think we
ploughborg. Yeah. We did. We actually put a snow plough, a little piece of card on the front of a Diddyborg, and we drove it over the snow in our driveway.
We didn't have much snow. That was the problem.
No, you did end up digging like a handful of snow from the garden and putting it in a pile, and then being like, "Right, go," because that's all the snow we get. I think my phone just vibrated. Oh, it's reminding me to soak some beans for a salad tomorrow. So reminders work regardless of whether your phone's on airplane mode or not. So
I see. Yes,
it's good to know. Tip for the future. Right, last up tonight, Rasparas del Infierno from Madrid. Let's go.
Okay, start light sequence, please.
Yes, I concur with you, Dyna2. Lander P's round was very good. Clear avoidance, lovely code writing, and done at full pace as well, which is very, very good. Very, very impressed with that. So here we go. That is the house robot piling into the troll bot and then leaving the track clear for Rasparas del Infierno. Maybe this robot will act like... Oh god, it's just going to clear the track, isn't it? So Rasparas del Infierno are just going to be able to drive through without any trouble. Oh, well, that was unexpected.
No, we don't want a house robot win.
No!
This is terrible.
No, this is dreadful. The house robot's done exactly what we thought it would do, which is just plough everything off the track and drive around on the midline, which is the basic programming, am I correct?
Maybe we need chains to hold the robots to the
chains. Rasparas del Infierno, though, they're on the headbanger. I can see them just struggling with that last robot there. Maybe if they can push it onto the racing line, it will cause the house robots some trouble. Oh dear. They are stuck. The wheels are turning, but nothing is really going on. The house robot, though, is just gliding around. Get Aaron to throw a stick through its spokes. Quick! Stop it! Make it stop now.
We can't have any human interaction.
No human interaction, that's definitely against the rules. Looking like the house robot has done its 4 laps, but Rasparas del Infierno have got completely stuck on that robot. I think they're just possibly out of range of the camera and it can't see that there's... But it's moving a little bit, isn't it? You can see it's just wiggling up and down, which will be probably enough for the camera to say, yep.
Oh, but it looks like the house robot's gotten stuck.
Swinter says the problem is these house robots are so powerful they can move the trolls off the line. Yeah, but I can see if we made them solid, immovable objects that we bolted to the floor, the chances are that we would then end up with broken robots.
Well, it's luck of the draw, isn't it? Sometimes they will move robots out of the way, or sometimes you get stuck, as Rasparas del Infierno has here. So.
However, what I was saying was if the robots were bolted to the floor, like physically immovable objects with some weight behind them, as these robots drive around, and as the robots get quicker, which you'll see later on in the year, we could risk actually fully destroying robots. And I think people would be quite upset if their round was stopped because their robot self-destructed. Then people would get angry at us for, destroying robots all the time. So it's kind of this was an experiment, and it always was an experiment to try something different. So we didn't just have full racing, but I'm not sure if it will be making a return next year. I think we're still the jury's still out as to whether this was a good idea or not. Am I right, Tim Freeburn?
Well, yeah, we're always trying to improve the series, obviously. But so I take it that's race over then.
Yes, it is. BK Taco saying the House Robot, all the work they've done on the House Robot is winning. Yes, but bear in mind their points don't actually count. So when it comes down to it, if the House Robot's winning, nobody cares
just
because
thrown away.
Yeah, it's like we've put it in the bin and ignored it forever. I think we will probably think long and hard about what we do in future rounds.
Yeah,
I feel.
I think with the Raptor class, which is coming, the cameras are a bit higher. They're sort of pointing down at the track, but so it should make it easier to do some avoidance with the Raptor class. The problem is that they're obviously driving faster as well, so actually it makes it more complicated, more confusing. But the problems with the Raptor is that they can't flip upside down, they can't drive upside down, so that will be very important to avoid other robots, because if you hit one and flip up onto your side or upside down, that's it. Your race is going to be over. So
did I have a?
Lots of skills learned here will be transferable to the next class.
Do I have a video of that class? I think we did have a video at one point, didn't we?
I think you did at one point, but it's just that's one of the prototype videos. That's not the actual ones that are going to be racing.
I think I have. This is it. This is the video we had of the ones we're talking about, the faster robots. So obviously when these flip over, it's pretty much game over. So your avoidance has to be spot on. And this is the class Tim's talking about, which is what we're hoping to move to and run this alongside the monster truck as well. So you have something a bit more delicate that won't be able to push the big object out of the way, but will likely combust when it hits something at that speed. So there we go. That's what's coming. That was the only teaser video we have of that. So we haven't got any up-to-date video of it testing. But that's it. Oh, BK Taco saying the challenge rounds are fun. Good. I'm glad you're enjoying them. We're just a little bit uncertain, I think, or at least I am. I'm always uncertain though. I'm 100% uncertain all of the time. That's how certain I am about that. So that's it. We're done. That's it for this week. And racing will be back in 2 weeks. So we will have the usual 5 robot races as usual. Any other messages or important things to impart?
Not that I can think of right now. No.
Okay. Well, that's it then.
Thank you, everyone.
FormulaPie.com. Any information you need is all on the website. If you need anything from us, info@formulapie.com, and send us an email, lovely or horrible, whatever. We're open to everything. And we will see you in 2 weeks' time. Thank you very much for participating. Thank you for everybody in the chat for being so lovely, and we will see you in 2 weeks. Bye-bye for now.